It's your girl Philomena, and today we are out in Grand Bassa County at Yema Farm. Y'all Bassa people, y'all don't come after me if I said it wrong. But my guest today is a reoccurring guest. He appeared on my show many years ago. He was moving to Liberia or here in Liberia, and he was doing something else. Now we're here today at his farm. You're going to see him here soon. Make sure you stay tuned. It's going to be a great day on the farm. All right, so we've made it on the farm. I'm ready to reveal my surprise guest. Some of you may remember him. Gob, CaneJuicePapi, man of many trades. We're here on his farm today. So the last time we saw you, you were doing soap. And I knew on the back end, but many people didn't know that you had made the decision to start in agriculture. What brought you to that decision?
You know, I was having issues with procurement when I started doing the soap, and what prompted me to get into agriculture was actually that. So I figured out it would be easier for me to just start a farm, stick to a little 4, maybe 5-year goal where I grow all the raw materials that I need to produce the soap or manufacture the soap, and that way I can control my supply chain, and it would actually put me in a position in this area now where I can give more people opportunity to make money daily.
So this is something I've talked about for a long time, you know, on my channel, coming from a family that's into farming. My grandfather was a farmer. You're very new to this, but there's so much potential for agriculture in Liberia. Like you said earlier, we have ample fertile land for it, but you are living it. So tell me and tell the audience, what have been some of your biggest challenges in this first year, beyond the obvious?
Yeah, I mean, I'm learning as I go along, and you took the ride over here with me, so you can see like we off the grid, like we deep in the bush. It's not something that's just along the highway.
When you say the word interior, you know.
Interior, sir. But yeah, it's far away from Monrovia. So I think one of the first problems I had, or one of the struggles, is just farm to market road. The road isn't necessarily in the best condition, and then there's a learning curve for me as well as the people who are working underneath me, because, you know, I'm coming from the States. I got a certain way that I want to see things done, and I'm used to setting up processes and implementing them. And then at the same time, it's like, it's not just business here. You have to be very much involved with the community, because they have to wrap their arms around you for anything to be successful here. So I think it wasn't so much of a struggle, but like I said, it was a learning curve as far as like just being here with the people that are extremely welcoming. And anytime I need help, a lot of people even volunteer over here, but for the most part, we try to make it a situation where this can be a place where people come and get their daily bread and actually see somebody invest into the land and I mean, just try to get them to subscribe to my vision. I think that's difficult, actually, because we talking about doing things that people aren't used to. You feel me? Even if you look at the structure we got going on back here, like that's going to be an employees quarter, but it's not going to be a regular employees quarter. We want to put solar there, running water. You feel me? So even when I come here and sit down and say, yo, I'm going to build a structure, we're going to have running water here in the middle of nowhere, people looking at me crazy. But I think as they see,
I mean, I'm sure people said you were crazy when you set out on this journey, a few years ago, and look at, you're making it happen.
It's the employee quarters. It's just somewhere that the employees are going to sleep at.
So you said this is going to have solar and all these amenities.
Yeah. So we're going to have solar. As you can see, look, I'm just showing y'all something. Yeah? Like, we got electrical outlets there. We're probably the only one with electrical outlets in like a 8-mile radius of where we at. You feel me? So that's one of the rooms there. That's another room. Please excuse us. I don't know why. And then what we have out here, you know them y'all follow a lot of HGTV type content on my IG, so I'm gonna have like the bamboo going all around here, but this gonna be the shower and the bathroom, and then 2 sinks right there, 2 toilets, 3 showers. Everything gonna be separated with the mat though, so you have your privacy, but this should be able to accommodate like at least 10 workers. And then we got a manager suite where he got his own bathroom. I might be making a mistake because my storage facility is open. Steal from me. So I'm sure at some point I'm gonna end up closing this area out, or maybe I'll have to change where this room is at and just close this wall out right here. So here with the septic tank. So we're bringing infrastructure to the interior, and I'm not saying it hasn't been done before. You feel me? All of our my mom came up on a farm, but their farm had infrastructure. They had running water, toilet, all of that. So
Okay.
So I'm gonna take y'all over to the nursery right now. This is one of 3 nurseries that we have here. Like I said, the whole goal is just to be self-sufficient, not just for myself, but for my workers as well. When I first came out here, I ran through a lot of expenses as far as just catering to people who wanted to come here and eat. And I feel like most of the times the feeding can cause issues if you don't necessarily plan for it. You can't plan for somebody else's stomach, to be honest with you. So just to help myself out and just for me to be able to like budget the money a bit better, I figured that it'd make the most sense if all my workers join forces and the people in the neighboring villages, we come together and we start a nursery. So right here we got bitterball, pepper, lettuce. We'll be growing a few other things: potato greens, falafel sauce, cabbage, eggplant, and just different variations of pepper too, not just the local pepper.
So back to what you were saying about diversifying. One thing I worked on a lot of cocoa projects, going out to Nimba and different places. One thing that you brought up is very important with agriculture, I feel like, especially in Liberia. Diversifying where, you know, different things have different seasons, right? So when you've brushed or harvested for one, you can do the other. So I'm assuming this is what happens on this farm.
Yeah, well.
And you're constantly, no matter what, if it's dry or rainy season, you are constantly producing something, right?
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, we want to change the narrative over here because, you know, sometimes you hear exactly what you just said, like, oh, it's not the season for that. And I believe, like, we blessed with the proper soil here. And on my farm now, like, the soil changes as you go to certain areas. So we got, like, sandy loam, we got clay. And I think the main thing is the water. And what happens is a lot of people have properties where they don't have access to water. So what happens is they tell you like, oh, this is the season for XYZ just because they're dependent on rainy season.
I understand.
To get the water on
but
the
you
crops.
have that solved with the creek and the
so
hose.
we got that with the creek.
Irrigation system.
Yeah, so our plan is to like harvest year round. But what I'm saying is just that first year now, you know, we couldn't put the palm in the ground immediately. You got to nurse it first before you put it in the ground. So
first year, so is this farm even a year old yet, or is it just a
February
year?
and make it a year.
A year. And you've done all this in 1 year?
Yeah, man, I got a lot of time on my hand. I was trying to stay focused.
See, guys, it's possible. Anything is possible. Guys, before we even start talking about what's produced on the farm, can we just check out these views? Can we have a minute for the views? I'm going to give you a 360 here. Top farmer in the back. Like, imagine waking up to this every day. Do I have a guest room here? Can I come visit?
That's enough, no rent.
Go ahead.
Yeah, so we got about, it might be about like 40-something acres of straight coconut. It's going all the way back. Like I said, we still have to rebrush since we grew the rice. But the coconut is planted going all the way down.
You can see, as far as your eye can see, all these green sprouts are all coconut trees.
So this right here is the rice in his rawest form. And we're underneath the rice kitchen right now. So if you look up, you can't see through it because we got it covered with tash, but it's like 20 tons of this up there. And what happens is we trash it in the machine and then we run it through the rice mill, which is also a blessing because this is the first time people seen a rice mill out here. They used to doing everything by hand, manually. So it gives us the opportunity now to accommodate the local rice farmers that's around the farm as well. The ultimate plan is to have a co-op here. There's a handful of rice farmers around the farm, and by us having a rice mill machine on site, they're able to bring their grain, process it, and benefit from the efficiency of the rice milling machine, clean it properly, and then they can take it to market when they get the opportunity to. Another thing I want to mention, I just want to be very intentional, because you have to be intentional when you're doing these types of projects in life. So if New Balance ends up seeing this.
And here's a comedian.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
listen, y'all, every time I see this man on the farm, he's on.
For real though, when you seen somebody walking through a farm, it's all dust out here, and my sneakers still clean. You know what I'm saying?
So how many pairs of New Balances have you gone through?
I don't know, but they need to start sending me some free stuff, because I want to be intentional and say that one day everybody on my farm gonna have New Balance sweatsuits on.
All right. Well, give him a little. Come on, show him what
it's light. You know what I'm saying? It's just light.
Okay, but
and I'm like a
wait. Okay. Let me see. Okay, all right, yeah.
Listen,
I think.
Let me just say this, because I don't want nobody to look at it and be like, "Oh, you like a fashionista or something like that." Look, I'm like a cartoon character out here in Liberia. I just switch my tees, so I always keep a fresh white T-shirt. You feel me? But I always try to just keep some clean New Balances. It's the same New Balance pants, because I can't do sweatsuits out here, so I want to make the correction just to go back right quick. It probably won't be sweatsuits that y'all give us. You know what I'm saying? It might be like the windbreaker sets. All right, so what we have right here is our country rice. And so I wanted to do something different. You know what I'm saying? Like, anybody can go outside of Monrovia or even into the marketplace, come across this rice, but I feel like packaging makes a huge difference in creating the value. And then on the other side, I feel like we can utilize social media to bring awareness to eating our local rice, which is way more healthier than the rice that we import most of the time. And like I said, I just want to be the vessel for making country rice popular, especially with people among my age group. A lot of us are pushing 30 now, 40, late 20s, and we concerned about our health. So I feel like this is the best route. I eat this every day. My children eat it every day, and it's something that I take pride in. And we're here because of it. So I'm just here to show you that, like, this came from the soil right here. And another way that we add value to it is that we allow the women in the local villages to come and be responsible for the quality assurance. So they're responsible for fanning, making sure you don't see as many seeds that you'll typically see if you go purchase from someone else.
Our country rice. Yeah. And where can we find our country rice?
You can find it at Stop and Shop, Cinco, or our Bell supermarket, all the Hard Bell locations. And you can also contact me directly if you're in Liberia, and I can send it to you, or I'll pull up, deliver it to you, cook it, and serve you. And look, let me just speak on this, right? So everybody in Liberia has a nickname. So I want to make sure that I put my little nickname out there. So
shameless plug.
Yeah.
Well, that's what we call cross promotion. I like that. I like that.
Listen, I want my name to be
synonymous with the country
rice. In history out here, because my grandfather was Solo Bebe, and he was an entrepreneur out here. So I'm telling you, everybody got their nicknames. All my family members who are in the business, they have nicknames.
So yours is
so
CaneJuicePapi.
CaneJuicePapi. So anything you see with this logo on it, just know it came from me. We want to start selling y'all cane juice nice, because you can't have a name without
the juice.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
The juice to go with it.